Hello, I am bringing you to work with me once again. We are going to have a productive day. We're going to time block, what's it called? Time box. We're going to time box, meaning we're going to set a timer for ourselves for certain tasks and be ultra productive. And while I do that, I'm going to talk to you about something that has just been very front of mind recently because I just did an inventory audit where I went through everything, all of my inventory that hasn't sold yet. And I've been sourcing a whole lot more recently because I've been listing a whole lot more recently. And that is what brands I'm not picking up anymore. And just like changing relationships with different brands and really reorienting my sourcing strategy. So first, I am going to set a timer. We have about 3 hours to work, which is good because I just spent like the first hour or so making the thumbnail for today's video, which is something I have to do too, that I don't show you because it's boring. It's just me sitting at a computer and then eating lunch. So that was my first hour, okay? I'm gonna set a timer for 50 minutes and it's gonna be called my procrastination hour. If you have stuff you've been procrastinating, set a timer, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour, procrastination hour. And then we are going to steam and photograph for an hour and a half, do as much as we can. I'll probably break that up for 45 minutes doing one thing and then 45 minutes doing the other thing, and do as much as I possibly can. And then I'm gonna ship. I'm actually gonna go to the post office because I had a good sales day. Today is Friday and I just wanna get that stuff out the door. I don't wanna wait till Monday. So I'm just gonna ship it out and get my money faster. Okay, starting this timer, 50 minutes, here we go. And my procrastination item of choice number one is I have a bunch of stuff in here that is not listed, but I have it inventoried and I have it photographed. So those are easy listings for me to get up, and that makes me happy because I am running a little bit behind on photographing and stuff. So having this little cushion will help me stay consistent. Okay, but let's talk about brands I'm no longer picking up. Okay, we're gonna actually start over here. Let's move. I'm hot. Being pregnant means you're hot, your temperature's always fluctuating, and you're always out of breath. It's, I'm sure, really fun to watch. Okay. The first brand is one I was actually really excited to have found recently, but now I'm like, wow, I don't know if I should even pick this brand up anymore. And I certainly should probably drop the price on everything that I do have, even more than I already have. And that is Faithful, the brand. This is a brand that's kind of, man, I still really love the idea of the brand. I still like a lot of the pieces. They're cute. There's a long time where I really wanted to wear a lot of this brand, but I can't sell it for the life of me anymore. And I don't know if it's style dependent because all the styles are kind of similar. Maybe that's the problem. And so I don't know. I don't know if I would definitely not pay up for it anymore. I probably wouldn't get that excited about it. I definitely check comps. But this leads me to my overall readjustment in terms of this type of brand, which is 2-3 years ago that brand would have sold really well and would have been really excited to have found it. And as trends have changed, I don't think I have been quite as agile in terms of my sourcing and just doing my research, especially since I kind of changed my business model a bit. But similarly, a lot of Revolve in-house brands don't do as well, but because the Revolve in-house brands are so trend-centric, you really have to get kind of recent pieces. Older Revolve in-house brands that I'm talking like NBD, Lovers and Friends, etc. I did a whole video on it if you want to get a list. I'll link that video up on the screen. You just have to basically find recent pieces that are on trend, and in order to sell those brands, you kind of have to know like what is on trend. Easy way to do that, just go on revolve.com and see what's selling. And then brands that are kind of like adjacent that Revolve sells or Shopbop sells, that are for that really trend-centric consumer, like a Muse Society or Flynn Sky. I will not touch Flynn Sky with a 10-foot pole. Some of y'all probably have no idea what is Flynn Sky. It was really popular like 2 or 3 years ago. And the thing is, I don't even think I'd pick these things up at the bins. And that's something that's also shifting for me, is that I do need to be a little bit more particular when it comes to things I'm picking up at the bins. A lot of these bread and butter brands I'll find at the bins and I won't even think twice. I just pick it up because it's like $1 and it's at the bins. And I can be less selective, but I think I need to increase my selectivity a little bit more. But that also leads me to something that is changing, and this is something that a lot of y'all I'm sure have already done within your sourcing strategy, and that is being very size conscious when sourcing. I was someone who is kind of adopted the mindset that there are people at every size and I should just not worry so much about size, but really it sank in during my inventory audit when I realized so much of what I have left over is size extra small. There are definitely a lot of brands that I just will not pick up in that size unless it's a spectacular piece. Like Eileen Fisher, for example. I will no longer be picking up any extra small or small in Eileen Fisher. Madewell jeans. I'm just not even going to consider size 23 through 25 at all. And I'll probably be more selective with 26 too. Which also makes me think, okay, well maybe in the thrift store I shouldn't go through these sizes as much, but I don't know. I mean, there's some brands that actually do okay in those sizes, like Reformation and so forth. Oh my gosh, this is a good thing I had. A new Attack J. Crew blazer size 24, so plus size. I have it in here and it's not listed. I'm excited to list that one. Okay, now we're gonna enter another category that this is just a general category in which I have been not bullish about. And maybe that's just because in my own personal life, I am not bullish about this category. It's athletic wear. I have actually been workout this morning, so pat on the back for me. But I don't like I went through in the thrift with me that I filmed, but my microphone was broken and we couldn't post it. I went through the athletic wear section for a while, and it's a small sample size because I virtually never go through the athletic wear section, but it wasn't very successful for me. And what I kept thinking is, what am I looking for? Like, what in this section sells for around $40? Not a lot anymore. A lot of the brands that I used to be able to depend on to sell, just A, sell, but B, sell for a higher sales price, just aren't performing that well. I mean, the list is Gymshark. I'm not gonna pick up Gymshark at all anymore. Like, I'm just done. It's dead to me. Unless at the bins I came across something like in a larger size that I thought was really new and cute. And watch me pick up Gymshark tomorrow at the bins, but I'm not gonna pick up Gymshark. Outdoor Voices, you know, the color block leggings I've talked about on this channel before, those don't pick up. Don't even look at them. You honestly cannot give them away. But Outdoor Voices dresses, for instance, will do well. I would definitely pick that up. And then there are certain pieces, like if I found at the bins, I would definitely sell men's pants, etc. But Outdoor Voices in general, not great. It's another brand, Sweaty Betty. I would still pick it up at the bins, most pieces, especially, you know, more substantial pieces or like full length black leggings or something. But Sweaty Betty used to be like, I'll pick up anything Sweaty Betty I come across at a Goodwill, and that's not the case anymore. The same with Girlfriend Collective, used to be amazing. Now I am much more particular with what I picked up. There's so many athletic wear brands that just like, I can't sell this. Like, I don't know what happened. And I'm struggling to, maybe I do need to do some research, probably, but I am struggling to know what does sell well in this category. There are some random brands that I've come across once in a, blue moon. Oh yeah, man, if I ever found that. Superwoman, that's not an athletic wear brand. It's actually a leather leggings brand. If you ever come across that, it's SPRWMN. I used to get it through liquidation. It did so well. Like Adam Selman. I once sold a new Attack Adam Selman pair of leggings for $100. I don't think I could do that anymore. I mean, I would be interested to look. Aloe Yoga used to sell like crazy. I think that's also, kind of gone down, but then again, I haven't sold Aloe in a while. Oh, Commando is a great bread and butter brand, especially there. I wonder if their faux leather leggings do well anymore. Wone, that was the brand I was thinking of. W-O-N-E. I found that one time at a Goodwill and it sold for $75 for a pair of leggings. And it was used, pre-owned. So I don't know if that would be the case anymore. I feel like in general, a lot of these athletic wear brands are just lost value, but maybe I'm wrong. I still, you know, of course, love picking up Lululemon, Athletica. Vuori is probably like the hottest selling brand. But yeah, in general, there are just a lot of athletic wear brands that are not doing well. Okay, I'm talking so much. I need to get this done. I'll meet you back when I get on to my next task. Okay. Okay, well, I got that done. Honestly, that task should have taken 15 minutes, but it took like 40 because I was just so chatty, but that's okay. My next task kind of bleeds into, you know, what we're doing next, which is photographing and steaming. So we'll just kind of have a blend of those two things. And it is to photograph the shoes from my inventory audit that I realized I didn't have the photos for. I never listed them because the photos never got uploaded. And so they got lost. And so they've just been sitting in my inventory for a long time, never having been listed. So I need to pull them out of their box and photograph them. And then also I have some shoes I need to photograph. These are from that thrift haul I keep mentioning that I'm not gonna post. I got these Vionic sandals. They're in excellent condition, I think. They're size 6, they're the Roma sandal, but I got them for $7.99. Vionic, speaking of brands, I love finding Vionic is one of them. I just love selling Vionic. This is a brand I'm super particular about. I did check comps on it. These are like, I mean, more or less brand new shoes. Halston. Like, I wouldn't typically pick up this brand, but I think these are so cute. Look at the heel, look at the square toe. The contrast stitching is so cute. Comps look pretty good, and these are like brand new, and I got them for $7.99, which Portland is cheap, so for Goodwill. So I'm going to photograph those. I might photograph those first and photograph the shoes I got in last Thrift With Me that you did see. Link that video up on the screen in case you missed it. It was Wednesday's video. One of them is the Rothy's, which I'm still in the process of treating. I was actually going to do it today during Billy Lou's nap. Okay, so let's get back to the brands I am no longer picking up. Okay, well, next one on the list I am obviously still picking up, but I am being way more selective. And I think I even mentioned this in another vlog, and that is Madewell. I was pretty much picking up anything by Madewell for a while, especially when it came to jeans. I was just, anything that was priced decently in Madewell jeans, I was picking up. And then slowly started being more selective. Now I am really selective. But I will say I just sold a pair of men's Madewell jeans today for $50. It's definitely a brand I'm still going to pick up. And I have 2 Madewell dresses hanging over there from the thrift that shall never be seen. Certainly going to be more selective with Madewell moving forward, especially jeans. And like I said earlier, small sizes in jeans by Madewell, not gonna happen. Just like, honestly, I don't think there's a single style I would just be willing to pick up unless it was like absolutely the cutest style I'd ever seen. So the same is true for Good American. I would pick up Good American at the bins. I honestly don't know if I'd pay up for Good American at all. Maybe it was like a really cute piece at Goodwill that was priced very reasonably. But I have a lot of new with tag Good American stuff that's plus size that I just can't move. I have jeans in smaller sizes that I can't move. I'm not bullish on Good American anymore. I think it's probably just super saturated. They specialize in, you know, skinny stretch denim, or they at least used to, and that's what their whole branding was about, and that's not something that's in anymore. Okay, no, I'm gonna take off this Nordstrom rack tag. I was like, should I leave it on here? I decided no, because they were on sale for $23. I would preferably like to sell these for more than that. And then, let's see, oh, another brand, I mean, I find a lot, and I just find myself passing on all the time at the bins, at regular Goodwill, because I just can't sell it, is Bonobos. I used to love selling Bonobos, and I always wanted to call it Bonobos. I would pick it up if it was really excellent condition at the bins, but typically when I find it at the bins, it's not in excellent condition. It has like a few stains, and Signs of Wear. Used to be, I think I even had it in a video, like a bread and butter brand that I love, and it's just, I can't seem to move it. There are so many more trendier menswear brands now. Bonobos has been acquired by Walmart. I don't know if that plays a role, but it's just certainly not what it used to be. Okay, so another brand that I have previously been I love selling it. I would pick up certain styles all the time, was Levi's. Like, I was really loved selling the ribcage denim, the wedgie denim, the 501s. Today, I actually just sold a pair of Levi's shorts on Mercari for $20. But that's kind of like what a pair of Levi's shorts goes for these days, which isn't necessarily worth it. I just have a really hard time moving, like the wedgie denim. Maybe the ribcage I would pick up still, but I don't know if I would feel comfortable paying up for it. And 501s I just pass on almost all the time. And so let me know in the comments down below if you have had recently better luck with Levi's, because it certainly is a brand I used to love selling, but I just don't. Honestly, I came across a pair of wedgie denim jeans the other day when I was thrifting, and I was just like, I have some of these sitting, and I don't want to pick it up. I think as recently as this summer, I made a video of like what styles are selling fast, and Levi's was on that list. So I don't know what happened. Maybe it just got too saturated, or maybe the styles I've picked up aren't the right ones because they're cut off or not the right colorway or something, or size. I would probably pick excellent condition ones up at the bins, but I'm just really not willing to pay up for Levi's right now, and I'm just, the whole brand Levi's, just kind of, I need a break from it at the very least. Okay, I'm going to actually go ahead and photograph these. I'll chit chat with you when I get to steaming. So, all right, break. Okay, well, I had a change of plans. Here, follow me over here. So it took me so long to photograph those shoes that were inventoried, because I had to basically go through them, look through flaws, and you know, just photograph, repackage. It just took a really long time. All of those shoes except for one are just like not great. Like I would not source them, but I have them, and I have them inventoried already. So I went ahead and photographed them, and I'm going to get them listed. I also processed a return. So I did a bunch of things that took a long time, but I needed to do it, and I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad it's done. So now we need to do shipping. I'm actually going to put away these things. I sold 3 things that I listed just last night, and I listed them so recently that I haven't even inventoried them. So I've already pulled 3 things, and 1 thing I measured. So 4 of the things I need to ship I've already got, but we need to go grab the other stuff and put away this stuff. So I'll meet you in the inventory room. Okay, so while I'm doing this, let's talk about the other brands that I'm no longer picking up, or I am just being very selective with. So there are a couple of plus size brands that I've picked up a lot in the past, and I'm realizing now they just aren't performing that well for me. One I kind of picked up recently, and I mentioned it's not performing that well, and that's City Chic. Like, I find new tag formal wear City Chic pretty often here at Goodwill's. I think it's because they buy Nordstrom palettes. Nordstrom sells City Chic, but I can't seem to sell it. I mean, it's either City Chic isn't good when it comes to formal wear pieces, and I need to be focusing on more casual wear, or it's just City Chic, I'm pricing too high and it's really not worth picking up. The other is Lane Bryant, and Lane Bryant doesn't really retail for a lot. I don't feel like I price it that high, but I just have a bunch of Lane Bryant pieces that are nice. Haven't sold. So I don't know, Lane Bryant is definitely not one that I am going to necessarily be excited about finding in the future. More substantial pieces obviously are probably going to do better, but okay, so some other brands. 3x1, like 3x1. I haven't picked it up in a while, but there was a time where I was like really convinced that it sold well. I think it sold pretty well for me like a couple times. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy a bunch of this stuff. I literally ordered a bunch from the RealReal because they were trying to liquidate it because they couldn't sell it. Got it pretty cheap, but now it's just sitting. So many 3X1 jeans in smaller sizes primarily, or almost probably exclusively, that I cannot sell. So that brand is dead to me. And then We Wore What, another brand that's completely dead to me. It's a brand that was started by Danielle Bernstein, which if you've been in the reselling community a while, you know the drama surrounding her with the reselling community. And I think a lot of people just don't sell her stuff for that reason. But anyways, I used to get it through liquidation and I would sell it and it sold pretty well. And then during the pandemic, I even bought some through online arbitrage that I still have a bunch of those pieces. I'll never pick up We Wore What again. I can't sell anything by We Wore What. Even really cute pieces I can't sell, so. Another brand I basically only pick up if it was at the bins in excellent condition is a shoe brand, and that's Blondo. I used to actually really like selling Blondo, or I thought I did, and I would pick it up all the time at Goodwill, and I just can't sell it. I just can't seem to sell it at all. Like booties and boots is primarily what I pick up by Blondo, and I can't sell them. So I'm done with that brand. And then another one is Topshop. I mean, that's self-explanatory. I got a lot of Topshop through liquidation, and I had so much Topshop just sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting, and I sent it to ThredUp because I was just like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done staring at Topshop pieces that I'll never sell. There are some pieces that I'll sell by Topshop, but I'm just not going to be even selling those. I'm just not even going to try. And then finally, Beta Brand. I actually recently just picked up 3 pairs of Beta Brand at Goodwill, and that's going to be my litmus test as to whether I pick it up ever again, because I think it might be a dying brand in terms of the resale value. Because these were good pieces. I think one was a large petite, one was a large tall, and one was an extra large tall. Excellent condition, pair of black pants, pair of jeans, stretch jeans. So we'll see. I just listed them recently. So Spanx I will not pick up in an extra small, like nothing. And it might be, you know, on the downward trajectory. I still love selling figs. And there's like some other brands in this category that for whatever reason, like just the kind of online retailer category or online brands that only sell online, and they don't really sell at any retailers, or they don't even sell like boutiques or anything like that. So anyway, those are the brands that I'll no longer be picking up. There are more, and I'm sure I can talk about this topic again in the future if y'all want me to. I'm curious to hear from y'all. What are some brands that you have seen recently having a decrease in resale value, and that when you find them at the thrift store, you're just like, I don't think I want to pick that up. Where previously you would have picked it up. Okay, let's go do shipping real quick, and then I gotta run to the post office. So I was actually recently messaging someone on Instagram, and they reminded me of something that I always forget, which is that if you have a store subscription on eBay, you get free supplies every quarter, I believe. You just have to go to marketing and then something. Oh my gosh, what? These are padded? Oh, whatever, it's fine. Anyway, I've been wanting some smaller mailers. I didn't think these were padded mailers for smaller items. Man, I kind of wish they weren't padded though, because the padded mailers way more. I don't even know what I would use small padded mailers for. I guess I'll use it for this. I'm gonna weigh a regular mailer, 0.4 ounces, 0.5 ounces, and then this is 0.4. Okay, so it's the same. So since these were free to me, I decided to get these. These are like 6.5 by something. So I have 2 eBay sales, 3 Mercari sales, and 2 Poshmark sales to ship out, which is great because I just shipped last night. So these are all from today. January has actually been really good this far, knock on wood. I think it's because January just is a really good reselling month. But also, I've been listing consistently. You'll see, hopefully, in our goals. Right now, I'm on track to more than hit my goals, so that would be great. Okay, this first sale on eBay is a Free People Solid Rib Brahmi tank. I have a billion of these. I have them listed for $25. Someone sent me an offer for $20 on eBay, which I of course accepted. It's going to Seattle, which is great. And this is from the Free People palette I got so long ago. My profit is only $4.38 because my cost of goods was really high on this. But I'm getting $15.72 into my bank account, so that would be nice. And then my other sale, this sale has a long story behind it. This woman asked for, it's an international sale, I think, asked for measurements, I think on a Sunday. And then, I don't know, I was planning on getting back to her. I never did. Next day, and then she messaged me again. And then I messaged her, oh, I'm so sorry, I will get those measurements to you tomorrow. Tomorrow came and went, and I totally forgot. Anyway, I finally got the measurements to her yesterday, and she sent me an offer. It's kind of a lower offer than I probably would have accepted, because this is an Eliza J Gown, and it's a particular style that just sells really well if you ever come across something like this. But I felt so bad that I had not gotten her measurements in like 4 days that I just accepted her offer. It was listed for $70 and she offered $40. So it wasn't a horrible offer. Definitely could have gotten $50. So I made a profit of $25.96 from that, which is good. Okay, so my Poshmark sales first was to a viewer, so thank you so much. I actually messaged back and forth with her a little bit, which was really sweet. And it was this new without tag Zella Sheila fleeced hoodie. I actually own 1 or 2 of these, and they're so soft. I think I have a couple left for sale, but it was listed at $25 and she paid $25, which was very nice too. I want to make sure it's packaged up really well. I'm gonna put it in a box, I think. Oh, I can use some of these. Had so many of these from Christmas. And then my next sale, y'all saw me find this in a recent vlog, which was a thrift with me, which I'll link up on the screen. But I found this Patagonia Cinchilla quarter snap. And I don't know if you remember, but it had the tag said as is. And I thought it was just that the elastic had given out at the bottom, but it actually has a hole in the front as well. So I decided to list it pretty low. I listed it at $40 and it sold for 30% off $28, like overnight. So maybe I could have got a little more for it. I don't know. I'm just really happy. I spent $9.99 on it and I made $12.41 like overnight. So I'm happy. I would do it again. And honestly, I don't know if I would price it differently because it would just did have those flaws, but it was a vintage Patagonia. The other one I found was also vintage from 1998. They were both made in America, which I think adds to its value. The other one I priced at $100. Because actually Patagonia, they sell pre-owned stuff on their websites. It's like I forget the name of it. They were selling it for $100. They didn't have it in my color and size, but they had it in a similar color and size. Actually, I think I'll put it in a plain mailer. Or they had it in that color in a different size, and they were selling it for $100. So I was like, all right, we'll just follow their lead. And then hopefully that one sells. It's so, so cute. Kind of wishing I kept it, but if it sells for like $70, I won't. I'll probably be glad I sold it. I just ripped the tissue paper. Okay, clearly I need to put in a bigger one. Why have these big ones if you're not going to use them when you need them? These are super big. They're 14.5 by 19. And then my last sale that I mentioned earlier is that pair of Madewell jeans. Oh, this is going to Beaverton, Oregon. That's funny. So I bought it in Beaverton, Oregon. These I got at Crossroads recently. I have just had pretty good luck with Madewell men's. I actually found a pair of Madewell men's at the Goodwill and I was like, oh man, maybe Madewell men's isn't doing well, and I passed on it, but now I kind of wish I got it. Okay, well, while I was talking about those Madewell jeans, my camera overheated. So I went ahead while I was overheating and packaged up everything else. But let me go over the rest of what sold. So those Madewell jeans I sold for $50, and I had gotten them at Crossroads for really cheap because of my conversion rate. And so my gross profit on those jeans was $38.99, which is great. And then I had 3 Mercari sales like I mentioned. The first was a pair of Levi's white 501 shorts. I actually stain treated these in a recent stain treatment video because they were just sitting in my laundry room. I had them listed for $25 and someone sent me an offer for $20, which after shipping and fees, I made a profit of $10.15. And then in that same thrift with me that I mentioned with the Patagonia Chinchilla, I sold 2 more things from that thrift haul that I just listed last night on Mercari, which is really exciting. So the first was this Frank and Eileen perfect polo maxi dress that I found. It actually had a flaw, so I listed it at $120. If it was in pristine condition, I probably would have listed it higher. But I received an offer on Mercari for $90, which I just went ahead and accepted this morning. And that, with shipping and fees, my gross profit was $69.90, which is great. And then also I listed a Bowden red floral midi dress. I found 2 of these in different colorways. I listed both of them for $65, and the red one sold for $58.50 on Mercari, which gave me a profit of $35.46. So really, really happy with my sales today, especially having that instant gratification. Like, there's really just nothing better than that. But that will conclude today's video. I've got to run to the post office. I'm just telling this person that I am shipping it and giving them their confirmation tracking number. But thank y'all so much for joining me. I'm really curious to hear what brands you're no longer picking up at the thrift store and hear your thoughts on mine, because these are also, some of them are brands I've highly recommended in the past, so it is definitely a shift for me. All right, well, I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay, love y'all. Bye.